Hey everybody, I'm Sean Elliott Russell, author of Be Still, Little Tree, Be Still, and I'm super excited to share this with you today. I've released a new book. It's called The Boy Who Lost His Imagination. It's about a little boy who loses what he holds most dear, but thankfully, he learns to find happiness in the one place he never imagined. And we're going to present it to you in a new way. And I'm so excited about this because it's something I hadn't experienced before. We're going to do a cast reading of this story, meaning there's going to be people that are going to actually play the different parts in the book. So without further ado, I present to you The Boy Who Lost His Imagination.
There once was a boy with a great imagination who could turn blocks of wood into planes and train stations. See, the boy had a wand that was at his command with magical powers when placed in his hands. To everyone else, it was only a pencil with chipped yellow paint and nothing that special. But this old beat-up pencil that they would dismiss could make wonders appear with the flick of his wrist. He'd point it at pillows, and they'd become forts. A pig made of plastic would suddenly snort. But his favorite of things that made him so proud was to lay in the grass and pick out a cloud. Then, holding his wand, with a wave that was magical, he'd transform it into a marvelous animal. Now, he normally slept with the wand by his pillow and took it to school with his stuffed armadillo. But early one morning, he was so very sleepy, he forgot it at home, right next to the TV. During the day, while cleaning his room, his mom saw the pencil, and what did she do? She threw it away. She thought it was used, and brought him some more, all shiny and new. When he got home, he rushed to his bed, then looked by the window and dresser in dread. He searched up and down and scrambled around, but the magical wand just couldn't be found. He spotted the pencils his mother had brought, picked one of them up, and hopefully thought,
"Could this be an imagination wand too?"
Then he pointed it right at an old pair of shoes and demanded they turn to a black pair of boots he could use in his cowboy adventure for loot. But the shoes stayed the same, ripped up and dirty. That's when the little boy started to worry.
"Oh no, I've lost my imagination. How will I ever make planes or train stations?"
He pointed at pillows, but none became forts. The pig made of plastic, it just wouldn't snort. He hurried outside for one final try, made a magical gesture, and waved it really high.
"Oh, please let this work,"
he said to the sky. But when the clouds didn't change, he started to cry. One day, the older man there at his school, who swept up the floors and used metal tools, noticed the boy would sit without friends, while all of the children were playing pretend.
Hi, little buddy.
he said with a smile.
Why don't you go laugh and play for a while?
I can't.
Said the boy with a tone of frustration.
I want to, but I've lost my imagination.
How can that be?
The old man replied.
It got thrown away.
Said the boy as he cried.
My magical wand let me dream and imagine. It turned cats into tigers and lizards to dragons. But now it is gone, and so is the magic. Have you ever heard anything ever so tragic?
There,
Said the man as he patted his back.
what you seek is not gone. It's inside you, in fact.
The boy wiped his nose and looked up at the guy.
But what do you mean?
He said with a sigh.
You think that your imagination is gone, but your imagination's what made it a wand. You imagined the cats became tigers that play. You're the magical wand, not the one thrown away.
How do you know this?
Questioned the boy. The old man replied with a feeling of joy.
Because I learned to imagine when I was a kid, and I once had a wand made of sticks. Yes, I did. 60 years later, I like to imagine I'm steering my car like an astronaut captain, or when I'm here sweeping and cleaning the floors, I pretend that I'm searching for treasure outdoors. So you see,
Said the man.
there's nothing you need except to be strong in what you believe. Imagine your dreams, hold on to them tight. The power is in you to make them take flight. And if you imagine with all of your might, then nothing can stop them from coming to life. Now go, little one.
Said the happy old man.
Go try to imagine as hard as you can.
And with that he left, while humming a song, pretending a crowd was singing along. The boy looked around at his friends on the swings, who were playing pretend, and he noticed one thing. While they all imagined to climb up a temple, not one of his friends had a wand or a pencil.
Maybe he's right.
The boy softly stated. He walked up to the grass, laid down, and waited. He stared at the sky until billows of white floated right in to his wonderful sight. He picked one he liked, and closing his eyes, he pictured an animal massive in size. He gave it his best. He thought really hard and laid really still right there in the yard. He focused and pictured it well. Imagined the cloud was under his spell. He turned it and twisted it, flipping it so, making the ears and forming a nose. He gave it a body, a tail, and legs. And he gave it some eyes as big as an egg. And when he was done, he smiled with glee and pictured his animal big as can be. He took a deep breath, exhaling with ease, and with all of his power, he said,
I believe.
He opened his eyes and looked at the cloud. He had not a smile or even a frown, laying in silence ever so still, showing no sadness or worry or thrill. He lay there in awe, not moving a trace, until finally a smile came over his face. He said to himself,
Can this really be? I thought it was lost, but it was in me.
He stared at the sky, full of joy once again, because there in the clouds was an elephant staring at him.
Den Stewart as the narrator. Gracie Ann Gonzalez as the boy. And Michael Gerleman as the janitor. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to share it with anybody you'd like. The book is available on Amazon. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderfully imaginative day.
The end. We figured out the end.
Oh, yeah. El punto final.